The films open with the creation of the 1984 commercial for Apple Computer, which introduced the first Macintosh. Steve Jobs is speaking with director Ridley Scott, trying to convey his idea that we are creating a new completely consciousness. Scott, however, is more concerned at the moment with the technical aspects of the commercial. The film then flashes forward to 1997 as Jobs, who has returned to Apple, is announcing a new deal with Microsoft at the 1997 Macworld Expo. His partner, Steve Wozniak, is introduced as one of the two central narrators of the story. Wozniak tells the audience the resemblance between Big Brother and the image of Bill Gates, one to screen behind during announcement. Asking how they got from there to there, the films turn to flashback of his youth with Jobs prior to the forming of Apple.
The earliest flashback is in 1971 and takes place on the UC Berkeley campus during the period of the student anti-war movements. Jobs and Wozniak are caught on the campus during a riot between students and police. They flee, and after finding safety, Jobs states to Wozniak, "Those guys think they're revolutionaries. They're not revolutionaries, we are." Wozniak then comments that Steve was never like you or me. He always saw things differently. Even when I was in Berkeley, I would see something and just see kilobytes or circuit boards, while he would see karma and the meaning of the universe. Using a similar structure, the film next turns to a young Bill Gates at Harvard University in the early 70s. With classmate Steve Ballmer and Gates' high school friend Paul Allen, Ballmer narrates Gates' story, particularly in the moment when Gates discovers the existence of Ed Roberts' Altair, causing him to drop out of Harvard. Gates and Allen early work with the MITs is just opposed against the involvement of Jobs and Wozniak with the Homebrew Computer Club, eventually leading to the development of the Apple I in 1976 with the help of an investor.
The story follows the protagonist and they develop their technology and their businesses. At the San Francisco Computer Fair, when the Apple II computer is introduced, Gates attempts to introduce himself to Jobs, who ignores him. This around the time his daughter was born, Jobs unveiled his next computer, which he named the Lisa 81. It also follows Jobs' relationship with his high school girlfriends and the difficulties he had acknowledging the birth and the existence of their daughter, Lisa. It was then followed in the 1984 by the Macintosh, a computer inspired by the Xerox Alto. The main body of the film finally concludes with a birthday toast in the 1985 to Steve Jobs shortly before he was fired by CEO John Sculley from Apple Computer. It also includes a brief epilogue, nothing was happened afterwards in the lives of Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. The film ends in the 1997 with Steve Jobs returning to Apple after its acquisition of Next Computer, and Bill Gates appearing live via satellite at a Mac World Expo in the 1997 to announce an alliance between Apple and Microsoft.